If you are excited to receive a manifestation, you have not done the work. Let that sink in. Hello, my name is Shalay and welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we talk about all things spirituality, multidimensionality, and even extraterrestrials. And that was a Manny Jen's attempt to try and niche herself. So the topic of the century, manifestation. And also, I need a coffee. Oh my goodness. Manifesting is like the gateway drug into spirituality, into this world, right? It starts off with manifesting because you're like, wait, hold the fuck on. I can have anything I fucking want. What? With the power of my mind. It is really the most exciting thing about spirituality. I mean, like, let's not lie. Just side note while we're here, if you have anxiety but you love coffee, I'm gonna get it. It just literally tipped out everywhere in the pantry because it was upside down. So this is empty. Ground mushroom coffee, the best invention to ever walk the face of the earth. I believe that you can manifest without completely attuning your nervous system to the desire that you want. Now, I don't know if people know this already in the community. I feel like there would be some people that do, and they're just probably watching this saying, "Oh my God! Wow!" Let me explain. We can jump timelines based on our vibration alone. Through my own experience with manifesting, I have seen manifestations that I thought were going to take me at least a couple of months to get, or even years to get, come to fruition in less than a month. Now, I'm not saying that this is a good thing, right? Like that you can bypass the mindset work. Not a good thing. Before we get into today's video, please do not forget to subscribe if you like what you see. Also, if you like today's video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Talk to me, share with me. Let's start a conversation in the comment section below. I need a coffee. So I'm gonna go do that now because I clearly cannot do two things at once.
Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine.
So I'm going to be putting on some makeup, and I thought, you know, we're friends, so we can sit here and have a chat. I want to tell you my thought process behind this. Note that anything I talk about in these videos, it's all based on my own experience. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But this has been my experience with manifesting. Basically, oh my goodness. So I'm going to take you back to last year. Last year, August the 8th, 2021. I almost said 2020, but no, it's been 2 years. It is the Lionsgate portal. I wake up that day completely inspired. I'm like, okay, today is a manifesting day. That is going to be my goal. I am going to go out to the forest, and I was a girl on a mission that day. I had one task, and that was to write down my manifestations and plant them into the earth. By the way, I'm aware I use sticky tape to create wing liners. I'm way too lazy to go to the bin, so I stick it on the back of literally everything. If you're wondering what that is. I really wanted to live a cyclical life. I wanted to live in tune with my cycles. So it was really, really important for me to cultivate this freedom life where I could live by my menstrual cycle as a woman. And I also wanted to live in tune with the moon. Like, that's just a witch's dream. And another thing I wrote down was the success of my business. At the time, I really, really thought that having a reading business was my purpose and my path. To me, actually, like launching the business. I'm doing a womb awakening course as well. So year of 2021 was just investing in myself. So because I'm doing that program, I'm basically tapping into pleasure and play and receptivity. So I was really learning how to tap into my feminine and flow with the universe. And because I was there, my vibration was high. Now, I was not doing the mindset work. I can say that hands down. Yes, you need an element of mindset work in order to like be a vibrational match to your dream life. I mean, if I go back to 2 years ago, I was a completely negative person. I was just this negative, sad, Sally sack of a person person. So if I was back in that time, of course I wouldn't have been able to attract what I want, because for the last 2 years I've been training my mind to see the positive in every situation. I've really gotten myself out of that victim mindset, and I really look at everything that happens in my life in the most positive way. You know, what lessons can I learn from this situation? So I already have that structure there that supports this manifestation coming in, because I don't believe that I would have been able to manifest without having done that work. In terms of actually believing that I could live a freedom lifestyle and make money online doing what I love, that's the stuff that I bypassed. I'm really good at stepping into fear and doing what scares me, but actually attuning my nervous system, that was the work that was missing. So that's what I mean by being able to manifest your dream life without that full reprogramming, because I really do think that it is possible. Oh my god. Okay, you can't do eyeliner and talk at the same time. To the success of my business, basically all of these magical things happened, and maybe one day I'll talk about it as like a manifestation success story, because it is a pretty cool story. But basically all of these little things happen, and it led me to like this, my business blowing up. I just remember all of this excitement. I started crying, I was dancing, and you might be thinking, oh, that's so sweet, oh, that's so lovely. No, if you are excited to receive a manifestation, you have not done the work. Let that sink in. The fact that that was my reaction already shows me that I had not done the work. I had not done the mindset work to be in the desire that I was calling in. So while the desire came to fruition because my vibration was in like pleasure, play, and receptivity, what ended up happening was I was unable to hold my desires. It was really, really hard. It felt so unsafe being in my manifestation. Consciously, it doesn't make sense. You want to achieve all of these big things. You want to live out your desires, yes, but subconsciously, our ego isn't used to it. This is why manifestation coaches fucking preach mindset, because what ends up happening is you can't hold the frequency, or you can't hold the desire, and you can't be in the reality that you called in. So initially, it's all excitement, fun, and games, right? I'm feeling completely uncomfortable to be in that reality. I am not feeling safe. My ego is confused. My ego is in this unfamiliar place. And because I'm there, I find myself sabotaging myself. The sabotage is so subtle, but that's your ego trying to get back to a place of comfort. Your ego wants to be where it's comfortable. It doesn't matter whether or not consciously you like it or you don't like it. The ego just wants to be safe, so it will do anything it can to get back to that place of familiarity. That's why when you are on this process of manifesting, you need to be attuning your nervous system to match the frequency and the desires that you are calling in, so that when you are there, you are like, oh, of course. My dog sneezed. When you get your desire, when you get the thing that you want, your reaction should be, of course this is mine. You should have already convinced yourself that it's yours. Manifestation babe, queen of manifesting, she said this. She said, when a desire comes to fruition, she's not even excited, because she's already processed all of those emotions. She's done that work. She's already attuned her nervous system to expect that reality. Now, going into this next phase of my life, I am doing the work. Like, I am making sure to really, really attune my nervous system to be comfortable in the desires that I'm calling in. It should be a feeling of waiting for reality to catch up to what you already believe to be true. I am going to finish off the rest of my makeup. I am just shit at multitasking. That is something I've learned today. I'm like, I'm a Manny Jen. I multitask all the time. Is that too formal? That doesn't look right. So how do you actually then attune your nervous system to be comfortable in the manifestation that you're calling in? I have honestly worked with these things, and I've figured out what works for me, and I do think that this is ever changing, but there is this element of consistency that is needed, and that's what makes this work really tedious and often boring. It's honestly sometimes the reason why people don't do it. I know that that's exactly why I didn't do it, just because it was just repetitive, but it's the repetitive nature nature of these practices that have such life-changing effects in the future. This is just Manny Jen to the fucking T. I have literally merged mirror work, affirmations, and EFT tapping. Let that sink in. So for those of you that aren't familiar with EFT tapping, it's essentially, I think it's emotional freedom technique. Yeah, not an expert, guys. If there's any like EFT teachers out there telling me I'm doing it wrong, you're probably right. You should listen to them. Let us know in the comment section. What I do is I'll tap on the main meridian points. So on top of my head, my third eye, temples, on top of the lip, the chin, the chest, and then I'm pretty sure it's here, and then the karate chop center. And through that, certain emotions will start to release, like certain feelings, certain beliefs that I have, and then I'll start to voice them. I'll start to say them out loud, and then I'll replace them with affirmations that I do want instead. And I do that while looking at myself in the mirror. And the affirmations are specifically targeted to me and my limiting beliefs. And that's what you want to do with affirmations. You want to make sure that they are specific to you. Only because when you get affirmations online, they can be great, but they might not entirely be working in your favor because they're not beliefs that you hold about yourself. Another thing that I love to do is breathwork paired with meditation. That just really helps me to calm my nervous system down so my ego isn't freaking out. There can be a lot of panic through the ego. And I find that when I have a regular meditation practice and a breathwork practice, I am more likely to not listen to those thoughts and those fears that come up and get myself back to an aligned place a lot faster. Another technique that I am obsessed with as of lately is movement and dance in order to release emotion. That was the thing that I was really bypassing. I would ignore my emotion. It's like it would come up, these fears, and I'd be like, yeah, that's not true though. The thing is, I wasn't giving a voice to those fears. I wasn't allowing that emotion and that feeling, that anxiety or that fear or whatever it is to actually flow through my body. I wasn't allowing myself to feel the things. In any aspect of my life, if I am triggered in any way, I will do an emotional alchemy session. So I will take that as a moment to not ignore the anxiety or not ignore whatever is coming up, but to actually work with it. So I'll dance, I'll put on music related to how I'm feeling, whether it's anger, sadness, whatever, and then I'll dance through that feeling, and I'll do it as long as I need to. So I will just move however my body needs to move that day, and I will just release everything that I am holding on to. And then after I've released those intense emotions and I've screamed, I've shouted, I've punched, whatever I need to do, I will then put on a song that inspires me, that really lifts my vibration up, and I will really focus on gratitude and love, and I'll make sure to replace those emotions that I just let go of with high vibrational emotions that I do want to attract into my life. That element after you do that emotional alchemy session is just so important. Make sure that you're always coming back to love. What else do I do? Visualization in the morning, right as I'm waking up and right before I'm going to bed, because that's when the subconscious mind is really easily programmed because you're coming out of that dream state. And then I'll also visualize at night as I'm going to bed right before drifting off to sleep. You know, when your mind goes off and you're like thinking about all the things throughout the day, think about what you actually want to attract. Think about your dream life. You want to attune yourself to the frequency of what you want to attract, and you want to be in that frequency as much as possible, because remember, you're trying to be comfortable there. Finally, another thing that I love to do is hypnosis. I'm really particular with who I'm letting take me into hypnosis. Hypnosis is actually altering your subconscious mind. I don't just listen to videos on YouTube. There are just a couple I've seen on YouTube where I've read the comments and people have said like these awful things have happened to them. While I do believe that yes, we all have dominion over our lives, I didn't want to fuck with it. So what I do now for my hypnosis tracks is actually use Gaia. It's a network that I already pay for. I fucking love it for all things metaphysical. I'm always on there, but what I noticed is that there are some people that offer hypnosis tracks on there. So I've been using that. There's also a website that I found called Self Hypnosis, and they have some really affordable tracks you can use for certain things in your life that I've also used. But I need to have that toolkit, that variety, because every single day is different for me. I just need to set the goal of consistency, but I have room to play. I have room to feel feel into what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what do I want to spend my time doing today, what don't I want to spend my time doing today. I used to just do it in the morning and night, and while predominantly, yes, my practices are in the morning and at night because that's when I find them most effective, I have now infused my day with these practices, and I allow for my days to look as flowy as they need to be. So if throughout the day I have a trigger come up and I need to release that emotion, I might do that like 5 times that day, whatever I need to work through the feeling, because this is just as important as like being productive and getting my work done, because this is what's creating the foundation for me actually being comfortable in the life that I'm calling in. I'm going to leave it here for today's video. Please let me know what you thought of this video. Any tips you have on manifesting or reprogramming the nervous system and mindset, all of the things, let us know in the comment section below. And I really hope that you learned something from today's video. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.